Hello guys, I'm truly excited today because the Mastercard Foundation Scholar Program is currently open for application. This is a prestigious scholarship because it covers your entire tuition fee. You also get monthly stipend and even your travel cost is covered. Interestingly, there are no application fee and you do not need to write IELTS if your first degree was done in English or if you come from an English-speaking country. Therefore, if you are interested to pursue a master's program in Canada at McGill's University, then this is your opportunity. On the screen, you can see these beautiful scholars. These are people just like you who searched for scholarship and finally won a prestigious scholarship. So do not give up. This might just be your opportunity. All you have to do is watch this video right to the end, because in this video I am going to cover important points you need to know: the eligibility, eligible programs, and how to apply to this scholarship. I am quite sure in a few years time your picture will just be on this website as an alumni, and I think that will be really wonderful. So guys, let's get right into it. But first, make sure to hit that like button because that really helps us to produce more content like this. And drop in the comment section where you're watching from. Let's get right into it. So guys, we are at the official website of the McGill University where we see the Mastercard Foundation Scholar Program. The main goal of this scholarship is to create future leaders. So if you see yourself as a future leader, then you would want to apply to this scholarship. So the first step, let's take a look at the eligible programs. So I'm going to click on programs of study. Right here, we have the eligible master's programs. So we have animal science, sustainable agriculture. We have bioresource engineering for environmental engineering, bioresource engineering, integrated food and bioprocessing. We also have another bioresource engineering for integrated water resource management. And here we have biostatistics, we have biotechnology, food science and agricultural chemistry. We have food science and agricultural chemistry for food safety. There is human nutrition project. We have public health. We have public policy. So these are the courses that are eligible for this scholarship, and hopefully you find your field right here. Let's take a look at the countries that are eligible to participate in this scholarship. So I'm going to click on countries, and right here you can see eligible countries. And one thing I pray for is that you find your country right here, because you can only apply to this scholarship if your country is part of this. And I can see that most African countries, because this scholarship is specifically for Africans. So if you're African, definitely you're going to find your country right here: Angola to Nigeria to Kenya to Botswana, Somalia, Senegal. Just take a look at the list. So if you find your country on this list, just write it out on the comment section. Just write the name of your country and let's know that you are going to apply to this scholarship. Right now, let's take a look at the eligibility criteria so that you know if to continue with this scholarship or if you would have to wait for another opportunity. The first eligibility criteria is that you must be admissible into one of the non-thesis program at McGill University, which are the courses I have shown you before, and they are also listed out right here. You can see at the top, in order to be considered for the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program, you must meet the following criteria. So the very first one is what I have mentioned. You must be admissible into one of the following programs right here. And the second criteria right here is that you have never registered or completed any graduate studies. So if you already have a master's degree, you are not eligible to apply for this program. So you must have just a bachelor's degree to be eligible. The third criteria is that you must be a citizen and reside in a sub-Saharan African country. You can see the list with this link. I think I already showed you the list. The fourth criteria is that you have a valid passport and admissible to Canada as an international student. Those individuals who have dual citizenship, refugees, or permanent resident status in US, Canada, UK, or EU are not eligible. The scholarship has also stated that They are going to give some precedence to the following group, like women, refugees, or internally displaced persons or persons with disabilities. However, if you do not fall into this group, you are also advised to apply to this scholarship. Another criteria is that you have an exceptional record of service and activity in your school or in your community. This can be that you have been involved in extracurricular activities in your school, or that you have been involved in community help activities. This can really increase your chances. The seventh criteria is that you have an intent to return to your country immediately upon the completion of your degree, with the goal of transforming your community through social and economic development. And one way for you to prove this is that you are able to include this in your essays, because there are essays you are going to fill out during this application process. So you have to be able to include how you are going to transform your country, how the course that you have chosen would increase your capability and increase your skills and knowledge to transform your home country in a particular sector. This can really increase your chances of getting the scholarship. The final criteria is that you must be less than 35 years old at the time of application. So as long as you are less than 35 years old when applying for this scholarship, you are eligible. So I believe these are quite easy criteria that you can easily meet. So I believe a lot of persons will fall into this category and are able to apply to this scholarship. So guys, before we talk about how to apply to this scholarship, it will be very interesting to know that you have liked this video and also that you are subscribed to this channel. This is the homeland of international opportunities. We share information and opportunities that will help you achieve your dreams to study abroad. So do well to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Right here, you can see step-by-step application process. The very first thing you want to do is to determine your eligibility, and I think that is what we have been taking a look at in this video. And there are other ways to determine your eligibility. For example, to determine if you meet the admission requirements for the particular program you want to apply to. So right here, there's a link for graduate admission requirement. This is the standard admission requirement for getting into a master's program at McGill. Each of the courses, separate courses, can also have their own requirements. So we're going to take a look at this eligibility requirement first. So right here, the first step is to determine your eligibility requirements, and then the second step is to fill out the forms. So first, we want to take a look at the general or the standard admission requirement. I'm going to click on that link. And right here, you can see some of the requirements. The major requirements they have highlighted is your degree, the degree you currently have, which is bachelor's degree. If you want to apply for a master's program, you need to have a bachelor's degree. And also, for you to be very competitive, you need to have at least a CGPA of 3.0 out of 4.0 to be more competitive, or at least 3.2 out of 4.0 in the last 2 years of your full-time studies. Down here, they have also talked about the proficiency in English. Because you are going to be studying in English, then you need to show some proof that you can speak and understand English, especially if you are coming from a non-English speaking country. So this is very important. And right here, you can see English proficiency. There's a link to check out if you meet the English proficiency. We are going to go into that link. And right here, you can see different ways you can prove your English proficiency and the different tests you can take right here. But what I really want to show you is down on this page. If you come down a little bit, you can see proof of proficiency not required. And right here, you can see the conditions that you would meet for you not to require English proficiency certificates. For example, if your mother tongue or your first language is English, and also if you have obtained an undergraduate degree from a recognized institution in Canada or in the United States of America, then you do not require proof of English proficiency. And also, if you have obtained your undergraduate degree from a recognized foreign institution where English is the language of instruction, then you do not need to prove your English proficiency. And I believe a lot of persons fall into this category. And lastly, if you have lived and attended university or been employed for at least 4 consecutive years in a country where English is the acknowledged primary language, then you do not need to prove your English proficiency. So guys, I believe with that you should be able to ascertain your eligibility for this program or this scholarship before you come down to the second part, which is filling the application forms. So right here, we're going to talk about how to apply with the application forms. There are 2 types of applications you need to make, and you can make these applications simultaneously because you have to apply for a graduate program, one of the graduate programs we have looked at earlier, and there's a link right here to go into that application for the graduate programs. And then you also need to complete the Mastercard Foundation Scholar Program application form, and there is a link right here to go into that application form. These are the 2 application forms you need to complete, and you need to do this by December 1st, 2023, which is the deadline for this scholarship. When applying for a McGill University graduate program, there's usually an application fee. However, they have stated right here that prospective applicants should not proceed with the payment of the application fee, but complete all other components. Then after you finish that, you also have to apply for the Mastercard Scholar Program. And if you are considered for this scholarship, then you would not have to pay for the application fee for the program. So you're advised to complete these 2 applications for the program and for the scholarship at the same time. Right now, let's go into the programs link, and I'm going to click on this link, and it takes me to this new page. And right on this page, you can see all the steps you need to take to apply to a program at McGill. You just need to read through the page and make sure you're applying to 4 semesters. So let's look at it. Right here, you can also see a link to that will take you to programs. You should know the program that you want to apply to. And down here is a very important information. They have stated that if you are applying to summer 2024, please select 2003-2004 application cycle in the next step. And if you are applying to fall 2024 or winter 2025 term, please select 2024-2025 application cycle. So this is the application cycle you need to select in the next step. So let's look at the next step. When you come down right here, you can see the access our graduate application portal here. I'm going to click on that, and it takes me to this next page. And right here, you need to click on create an account because you are new to the portal. You create an account, and then you select 2024-2025 application cycle, and then you continue to fill out all the necessary information, select the course that you want to apply to, and submit all the necessary documents. Okay guys, we are back to the application forms, and let's take a look at the Mastercard Foundation Scholar Program. Let's take a look at that application form. There's a link right here, so I'm going to click on that. It takes me to the application form for the scholarship, and right here the very first thing you can see is application fee waiver. In order to complete your McGill University application, you will be granted a fee waiver if you are found eligible for the scholarship and if you meet the minimum requirements of your intended program of study. So that's what I told you earlier. Once you are eligible, you do not need to pay any application fee. That will be completely waived. And there is an important information right here. So they have asked you to send your most recent transcript by email to this email address right here. So you have to do that, and in doing that, you must make sure the subject of your email is your first name and your last name and application supporting documents. So you need to do this as part of the application process. And down here, you can see I agree to be pre-screened for a fee waiver. So you click on I agree, and then you can click on next, and then you can see that you have like this is 1 out of 7, so you have about 6 more steps to complete the application form for the scholarship, and then you are good to go. For now, let's click on next and let's see what is next. So right here you can see you just have to fill in your personal information. So that is what you have right here: date of birth, country of citizenship, so just basic information. and you can answer those questions, and then you can go to next. So I'm going to leave it right here, but one thing you should expect is that as you continue with this form, you're going to find the scholarship essay. So you have to answer some scholarship essay questions. I have made videos on how to write award-winning letter of motivation. You can also check that out. And also you can get my scholarship ebook with the link in the description box. That will also guide you on how to write an award-winning letter of motivation and essay. There's also another resource that you can use, that is Grammarly. The link is in the description box. You can use Grammarly for free to make sure that you do not have any form of grammatical errors in your letter of motivation or in your essay. So I also recommend that you try out Grammarly, and it is free of charge. So guys, what you need to do right now is to visit the link in the description box, or you can just type on Google McGill Mastercard Foundation Scholar Program. I think the scholarship is also going to pop out, but I'm going to leave the link to the scholarship in the description box. And if you come back to this page, you can also see that there's also the third step, which is the pre-screening, and then the fourth step, submission of application to McGill University. That is, if you are successful and then you are granted application fee waiver, then you can submit your admission application, and then the department is going to make their decisions, and thereafter you are good to go. If you are successful in this scholarship, you'll be notified by April 2024. So I really advise that you apply to this scholarship. And if you're going to apply to this scholarship, I want to know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section if you are going to submit your application to this scholarship. If this video was helpful, then do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and you will definitely find a lot of other videos in this channel very interesting, because we talk about a lot of scholarship opportunities. You can check them out right here: scholarships in USA, scholarships in Europe, in Canada, in a lot of other countries, in Italy. Do well to check out these different opportunities on my YouTube channel, and you can click on the video showing on the screen right now if you are interested in a fully funded scholarship in USA, and I will see you right in that video.